Hi YouTube, it's Autumn here. I'm doing my first tag video. So I've been wanting to do one of these because I see other people doing them and I think it's kind of fun and just answering questions and story time stuff, and I may do more of that on my channel. But I was not tagged specifically, but I was kind of tagged by Wendy S. The Loving 50, who is my favorite YouTuber. She's the one who I watch like everything that she does, and she is really positive and inspiring, and she's the one that made me feel like I could do videos in a channel and have content that people would be interested in and watching. So thanks, Wendy, for not just tagging people you know, but also tagging anybody who's watching, because that allows me to be able to do this and say that I'm tagged by you. So it is, let's see, 10 questions, and I apologize if I'm looking off the screen here a little bit. I'm looking at the questions on my computer. So it is the luxury diary tag, and I'll just start with question 1 and go through. So what bag would you replace if all the ones you currently have disappeared? That is easy, and I'm going to disappear myself for just a second because I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was to start this video. I'm going to grab that. I swear I'll be right back. Alright, ladies, here it is. So this is the bag that I would replace if all of my bags disappeared. This is my Neverfull MM in Damier Ben. It has the red interior. If it actually disappeared and all my other bags disappeared, well, let me say first of all that I use this bag more than anything. It's my go-to, and I love my other bags too, but this is the one that I grab that's the easiest to use, because it's so big, it holds everything, and I tend to carry a lot of stuff, and you can just throw things in there, and you don't have to worry about misshaping the bag, because it's malleable and pliable, and it all just works really well. It's easy to carry. So if my bags all did disappear, and there was only one I could replace, it would be this one. I would still get the Damier Ben, but I might consider the rose ballerina interior. Excuse me. As I've said in all the videos that I've done today, I'm kind of sick and I'm feeling worse than I was this morning when I filmed those. So I'm having a little trouble talking. So I may consider the rose ballerina interior if I was to lose this one, but I'm not sure. I love that one and I love the red too. I kind of want both of them, but that's a little nuts, right? And I think also if this one disappeared, that I probably wouldn't, if I was going to get the red again, I probably wouldn't buy it brand new. I bought it brand new because it came with the pochette, and it was cheaper to buy it new with the pochette than it was to buy each piece pre-loved separately. So, but what I would do, I think, is get the pre-loved bag, but the old pattern that has the scrolled Louis Vuitton and the flowers on it, because I think that's really pretty, and frankly I think it's prettier than this, although I still love this. Alright, question number 2. What jewelry or accessory item is the most sentimental or special to you? So I read these questions before I started doing the video so that I could pull any props I needed, like the bag that I totally forgot. I have several pieces, jewelry pieces, that are sentimental and mean a lot to me, so it's hard to pick one. And the ones that mean the most are gifts, not things I've bought for myself, but things that people have given to me, and because it was that person, that makes it special. So I'd say one of the most special pieces are the earrings that I'm wearing. And these, I'm going to take it off and hold it closer instead of putting my ear up to the camera. So these are diamond earrings, and I wanted some 1-carat diamond earrings for years. I never had any real diamonds before this, and I was saving up for it, and then when I met my boyfriend, just within a month of us getting together, I had mentioned these to him, and he surprised me with them one day, and I was pretty blown away by it. You can tell that it's not just one diamond, it's several smaller ones making up a rosette, which I think is really pretty. If it had been a one diamond that was a carat in each ear, there's no way we could afford anything like that. But I love these earrings. I wear them all the time. I really appreciate that I have them, and that he, I guess that I meant enough to him for him to buy those. So I have this necklace too that I wear with them, and I'm going to take that off and show you. The necklace is not diamonds. It's whatever they make fake diamonds with that cost $10 at Charming Charlie. But it's similar, and I'd love to get a real diamond necklace that matches the earrings pretty well, but I'd rather have Louis Vuitton bags, so there. So that's the jewelry piece. So question number 3. If you could teleport anywhere one day to shop, where would you go? So I would say that I would go back to Italy. And even though I've been there and I've had the chance to shop there, when I was there, I wasn't in a position to buy luxury goods. So, I mean, I got some nice stuff in Italy because it's Italy. I got some leather bags from the leather market in Florence, and we went all over the place, and I got some really cool stuff and souvenirs and things. But I didn't get any luxury pieces except one small one that I have that I'll show you on another question in a minute. And we ended up, when we went to Venice, we ended up staying in 2 different hotels. And the second hotel happened to be like a block. They don't really have blocks in Venice, but it happened to be like a street over from the high-end shopping area where there was Louis Vuitton and Gucci and those guys. And I didn't even go in the stores because I couldn't afford anything and didn't think I would belong there. So I just walked by and looked longingly at the window displays, and I would love to be able to go back and purchase something there. And of course, I'd also love to go to Paris and buy something from the Louis Vuitton flagship or the Hermes flagship. But, you know, keep dreaming, right? Question 4. What do you think is the biggest misconception about luxury YouTubers / Instagrammers? I don't know. When I sometimes look at comments on videos. Mostly I just watch videos, and the people that I tend to watch, like Wendy S. The Living 50, she has talked about this before, about how it's a really positive community, at least with like her circle of people for the most part, that she at least doesn't get a lot of negative comments. And so, I mean, I think that's great. I think maybe the people who are watching those videos are watching it because they're into the luxury bags too, and they get it. I think, I don't know. I guess what I would say to answer that question is that people assume that the people who have these bags are materialistic, or that they are wealthy and throw their money around on these things. And it's been my experience so far watching videos and looking at like Purse Forum that people they're just average people. Like, I'm a teacher. I don't have a lot of money, but there's a lot that I don't spend money on. And I choose instead to spend my money on handbags because that makes me happy. I've always enjoyed that. And actually, I was just reading a thread on Purse Forum about that, it was something like negative comments that you get when you're carrying your Louis Vuitton bag around. And somebody was saying, several people were saying that like they'd eat ramen soup for a year just to be able to save the money to buy a bag, and that they sacrifice on other things. Like the store that I shop at the most is Marshall's and TJ Maxx. I mean, that's where I shop. And I enjoy shopping there, and it's fun to hunt around for things. But then I also enjoy the occasional time when I get to go into Louis Vuitton and buy something. It's a very different experience, and it's fun, and it makes you feel special. And, you know, those of you who've been able to do that know what I'm talking about. It's really a nice experience. Next question. Let's see. Question 5. Well, this is kind of related to what I just said. So what is one store that makes you feel the most special or excited when you go in? I'm going to say two stores because Louis Vuitton makes me feel the most excited when I go in, I guess, because that's the one that I covet the most. But Tiffany's has done the best job of making me feel special. So I'm excited when I go in there too, but the things I can afford there are like housewares and maybe a little silver charm like I got last week. I did a video on that the other day. And when I was in Tiffany's in New York last week for spring break, I was buying some gifts for people back home, and I got a little charm for myself. My SA worked with me for about an hour or two, finding things and finding a gift for my sister who's really hard to shop for. And I was telling her about how I wanted to buy this one thing today and then come back tomorrow to get some other things so that I didn't have to carry it all around and carry it back to the hotel. And she told me, oh, you can, shop and buy it today and then just come back and pick it up tomorrow. So I ended up doing that. And when I went back to pick it up the next day, we went up to customer service on the 6th floor, and there's a blizzard outside and all this. It was crazy weather in March. And we go up to the desk on the 6th floor, tell them we're here to pick up such and such. They call us to a window. The lady's really nice. And she tells us while she's wrapping my stuff up to go sit in the waiting area. And they have all these nice plush couches, and it's decorated kind of Art Deco. It's really very beautiful, nice views down Fifth Avenue out the windows. And somebody comes by and offers us drinks, and I got hot chocolate, and it was the best hot chocolate I'd had in New York. It was even better than the hot chocolate I had at the Plaza. And we just went there for breakfast one morning. And so that was really nice and special, and it's really cool when you're not used to that kind of experience to be able to go in a store and be like pampered. So next question is number 6. What is one item you thought you would never own in your lifetime and now you do? Well, here I am, not prepared again. Let me grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, so the dream bag that I had for several years was this one. It's the Louis Vuitton Trevi, and this is the GM. This bag retailed for $2,500, and I got it for a little more than half that. I bought it after it had gone, oh gosh, what's the word? My brain's not working. It had been discontinued, and I got it on Bag Borrower Steal. And I talked about this a little bit. Hi, Vincent. That's my bird talking in the background. Hello. We taught her how to say hello in a British accent, an American version of a British accent, and then she just said, "Get out of here," which she says to the dogs. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought because I'm talking about my bird instead of my bag. Let's see. So this bag retailed for about $2,500, and I got it for a little more than half of that. And I said in a video earlier on my Louis Vuitton handbag collection that I have a love-hate relationship with this bag. I love it because it was my dream bag, and I think it's just a gorgeous, really feminine design, and it's versatile. You can wear it several different ways. What I hate about it is that the pleats have become misshapen, and I haven't been able to fix that, especially on the back side. I mean, look at that. It's supposed to be straight down. That looks terrible, and I haven't been able to fix that. So that is the item that I never thought I'd own because I never thought I'd be able to spend $25 or $25,000 or $2,500 on a handbag. And it turned out I didn't have to, but I'm glad I have it. But let's go on to the next question. Okay. Question 7. Describe your style in 3 words. So I was thinking about this. I don't feel like I have much of a style because I've never really been into that, and beauty stuff and hair and makeup and clothes and fashion, not really my thing. I was thinking earlier 3 words I would use would be carefree, because I just kind of throw stuff on. I just shampoo my hair and brush it, and that's all I do with my hair. And I don't wear makeup. I try to coordinate at least with a top and pants and jewelry, but otherwise, yeah, so carefree. And then, what were the other two words I had? I have started to pay a little more attention to my style in the last couple years. You know what's actually funny is when I got this bag, my first Louis Vuitton bag, this is what made me start thinking about my style more. When I bought this, and then a couple months later, I was able to get my Neverfull, and I bought this one new. When I bought this one, I bought a luggage tag with it. I was waiting for that to get hot stamped. And while I was waiting on that at the mall, I went and got my hair cut, and I was talking to the hairdresser about styling my hair and products and all this. And I got into that for a little bit, a few months. And I had never done anything like that before. And I started paying attention to my clothes a little more. And did I already say the second word, classic? So I was looking for basic pieces that I could dress up with accessories. So yes, classic. And what was the first word? Carefree. And so, yeah, I thought it was funny that I felt like I needed to dress up or look nicer to wear my handbags. It's kind of weird. The third word to describe my style, I had something earlier and I've forgotten it. Oh, I think I was saying mature, although I don't know that that's the right word. I have found that I'm 37 and I've made in the last many years a more conscious effort to not dress in childish ways and wear things that are kind of cartoony or childish, like some of the, I don't have any examples to show you, but some of the Louis Vuitton, what are they called? The limited edition pieces with like the not designs, because it's all designed, but like the animation, I forget what that's called. Like the thing with the cruise ship or the car or the birds. I really like all that stuff and I'm drawn to it, but then I feel like if I put it on, that it would feel like it's too childish for me. Like I'm trying to be younger than I am or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm at an age where I need to make a transition, or more of a conscious transition into being my age or looking my age or something. So I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, those are my three words: the carefree, classic, and mature, if that's the right word. Next question is number 8. A luxury brand you try to love and get into, but just can't. So for me, that would be Gucci, and that brings me to a purchase that I mentioned earlier. So when I was in Italy, this is the one luxury piece that I bought. We were fortunate to stay in Florence for a couple nights, right on this plaza that I forget the name of. It's right where the Uffizi Art Museum is, and it's also right where the Gucci flagship is, in the Gucci Museum. And we had breakfast. They have food, like they have a little cafe there. If you ever have the chance to get to Italy, go to Florence and go to this Gucci place. It's really cool. So they have the museum, they have this little cafe where you can eat, and this little gift shop. So I got this. It was one of the cheapest things at the store. I wanted to get something Gucci, and especially being at the museum there, I felt like I needed to get something. And I had never spent this much on something like this. It was only $75, and I had never spent that much on something. I'd never bought anything designer before. So what it is this little pouch. It's kind of like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull pouch, but it's a little bigger, and it's canvas. And it's not the coated canvas, it's just canvas. So, and it says Gucci Museo. It has their little logo. So you zip it open. There's the inside. It's got a little Gucci tag, and it's just brown. There aren't any pockets. It's kind of a vinyl lining, I don't know, nylon, that's a better word for it, nylon lining. So Gucci, I really like them partly just because they're Italian, but I like their logo, and I would really like to get some Gucci things like a black, like a cotton or silk blend scarf, like a winter scarf, not like a decorative silk scarf, with the Gucci logo on it. I like some of their handbags a lot. I like the blooms print a lot, but I've just never found myself where I feel like I have to have something like I do with Louis Vuitton. And then also, they don't hold the value as well as Louis Vuitton. It's hard for me to justify making that kind of purchase, spending the same kind of Louis Vuitton money on something that's going to decrease in value so quickly. So that's kept me from shopping there. But someday I will. Number 9, if you could spend one day with any designer, who would it be? Gosh, that one, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe the people that design the Louis Vuitton things that I was just talking about, the limited edition pieces, because I feel like the last many years they have all looked very cartoonish, and I'm just not a big fan of that. Like I like them, but then I don't like them enough to buy them because they feel kind of childish to me. So I'd be curious, I guess, to talk to the people who design that and, I don't know, talk about other designs that maybe look more mature, grown up. And number 10, confess what's next on your wish list. So realistically, the next thing on my wish list is probably completing my clay collection. So I still need the Damier Azur to go with my Azur Neverfull, and that would complete it. As far as handbags, excuse me, I'm thinking about at some point a Speedy 30 in monogram, but I'd want to get a pre-loved one that has some patina on it and where the leather is softer. So that is it for my luxury diary tag. Thank you, Wendy S. The Loving 50, for tagging me in it. And if you're watching this video, I encourage you to do this tag also. I'll post it in the description below. And especially if you're somebody who's new to YouTube, or if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I posted 2 videos several months ago, like 6 months ago, but then I just dropped it. I don't remember quite why, but I've wanted to do it since then, and I've made all these notes and all this, and I finally got back into it this weekend, and I've been on a roll, like posting way too many videos because I have so many ideas and I want to just get them out. So I think that tags like this are kind of an easy way to get started because it just gets you in front of the camera and gets you talking, gets you more comfortable with doing these videos, and you don't have to feel like you have some item that you're presenting and you have to hit on this and that point. And then when you're done, you feel like you missed something and you have to go redo it. So this is something you can just talk and ramble on and have fun with and then post it. And then, yeah, that should be a good way to start. So thanks for watching, and please, if you have any questions or comments, leave those below. If you like this, click the like button, thumbs up, and if you like this or my other videos, please hit the subscribe button too. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Bye.